Hey guys, Josh from the show here, and just thought I'd do a little first impressions video on Battlefield Hardline. Now, I played in the last beta they did last year after E3, and to be honest, I was quite disappointed. I didn't play that much of it, mainly just because I had a lot of other things going on at the time. I was going on holiday the week after. I just didn't bother with it that much. But one of the main issues I had with it was just the frame rate, which is really like a letdown. Like, it would just be at 60 sometimes, and sometimes it would just dip down to 40, 30. And compared to Battlefield 4's solid 60 most of the time, it was a little bit of a disappointment to see Battlefield have such a low frame rate suddenly. It was really weird, because I had been playing Battlefield 4 a lot at that time. So yeah, I kind of just wrote it off, played it for an hour or so, and didn't really play it again after that. So no, yeah, this beta kind of just sort of crept up on me really quickly. I completely forgot it was happening. I remember reading about it. Yeah, completely forgot about it actually happening, to the point that I only actually downloaded it yesterday, which is now Thursday for this video going out. This video should be going out Friday, so yeah, Thursday. So yeah, I played a couple of games Thursday evening and liked it. This was my second game. As you can see there, someone got killed by the enemy team, who are like the robbers, who have basically blown through the hole in the ceiling and are pouring in, trying to steal the money, and where the cops are trying to stop them. This was really cool for me, because I hadn't seen anything like this in the last one. The last beta, like I say, I didn't play it that much. It was just kind of just like team deathmatch, but it was as police. Yeah, this was really cool. I completely failed to aim here. Completely failed. But yeah, it was really cool. We were like holding off in the vault from the robbers, and I completely did not notice that they were going to blow through the ceiling like that. So that was a real nice surprise for me. So basically, yeah, this mode is they're trying to grab the money, and then you have to either kill them before they do so to like get rid of their tickets respawns, kind of like Conquest or Rush, to stop their respawns before they get all the money. Or if they get the money, then you have to stop them getting to their extraction point, which is here. You can see me running towards it now. Basically, a chopper comes in, which you see in a second. The chopper then picks them up, so you can stop them by just killing them before they get to it. Enough time to run up to all their respawns go. Also, we were shooting the chopper quite a bit, and it was damaging it, it seemed. It lost half its health, roughly. And then it flew off and went somewhere else, as if you damage it enough, it decides to pull out and try and extract somewhere else. So yeah, that's this mode. But yeah, in terms of the overall gameplay, it seems to be a definite improvement over the last beta. Again, I didn't play it that much to really make that much of an opinion on it, other than the fact that it's definitely like a much better frame rate, pretty much 60 most of the time. It got this weird motion blur effect. I don't remember it being there before, and it certainly isn't in Battlefield 4 like this. I don't know, there is motion blur in Battlefield 4, but it just seems different than this. The FOV seems higher, which is nice for a console game. Like, console games don't have an FOV very high normally. So yeah, it's nice to have a higher FOV. Yeah, it's nice. Gunplay seems nice, good sound design, different gun sounds based on the indoors, outdoors. That's cool. It kind of seems like in this mode, it's kind of like Payday. I mean, I haven't played Payday, but I've watched videos of it a bit. It seems like this is kind of like Payday, but with Battlefield's destruction. And I get completely owned here. But yeah, it seems like Battlefield with... No, Payday with Battlefield's destruction, which is really cool. Like I said, they blew through the vault roof. So yeah, these modes are really cool and really unique. But then they've just kind of slapped in normal Conquest in, and I haven't played that, but it seems like, why have they just slapped that in? It's kind of... You've got this really cool game mode you've designed here, and there's another one I'll talk about in a second. It seems like you've added all these cool game modes, and then you're just randomly slapping in traditional Battlefield. It just doesn't fit. I think they should have focused on these modes rather than adding in normal modes. Yeah, but never mind. The other main I want to talk about is Hotwire. This is Heist. I think it's called Heist. Hotwire is basically it's basically like domination, but the points are vehicles, and you have to get in the vehicle and you have to drive around to capture them, basically. So you have to be constantly moving to be getting points for your team, and the other team are trying to stop you, obviously. and they can blow up the vehicle so then a new one respawns. It's a really cool different take on it. And you're basically, you're just driving around as police cars, and there's a couple of choppers and bikes, and it's really cool. They've got radios in the cars now, like actual music, which is really cool to be driving around, even as the cops, and the cops aren't supposed to necessarily be doing it, but the cops are leaning out the window with music blaring out, shooting at the robbers. It's really cool to have that. And say you get in the vehicle, you can press R3 or PS4 to lean out the side of the window and just shoot like drive-bys and stuff, even as the cops, which is quite cool. Yeah, you can see the destruction here where that thing comes through the ceiling. Yeah, overall I'm liking it. Again, this is only my first impression. I'm going to try and play a bit more. I might be live streaming over the weekend actually, when I can. I'm trying to check this out a bit more. If I do so, I'll do a little announcement vid on here. Also make sure you follow me on Facebook and Twitter to see when I'm streaming as well. So we're in the final moments of the game here. I've been taken out by the sniper, annoyingly. Don't know whether that should be a thing, snipers. I think you do get SWAT snipers. I don't know. It seems like some parts of this I feel don't necessarily fit. But anyway, this bit I love. That music and everything. It's really like a cop show, kind of, which I really like. I think this is going to be an okay game, I think. I don't know about the multiplayer. I kind of got off big multiplayer recently. More about single player and just sort of local stuff, like I'm doing Smash and stuff like that. But I think this combined with the really cool story they're doing could be quite interesting. So I've been Josh from the Shy. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you next time.